Good morning, Terry. Welcome to Louisiana Championship Day at Fairgrounds.
That's right.
How you feeling today? Good?
Good. Yeah. It's raining a lot here though, but
Yeah,
windy.
well, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? It's that time of year. We had a Seattle day in Chicago yesterday too, where it was kind of cold and dreary and just rainy all day. So today we're going to do something a little different, my friend. Terry, are you ready to do something different today?
Yeah. Let's tackle a new way to do this thing.
So just to kind of heads up what we're going to do going forward. So we're going to treat every day like if we had a $100 budget at the track. And with that $100 budget, we're going to make our picks. Then we're going to make our suggested wagers with that $100 budget. So we think it'll add a little bit more value. We're still going to give you the same 4 picks. We're still going to give you our reasons behind them. Going to kind of go through some of the normal sheet thing that I do, the pace worksheet. But instead of going through some of those other numbers, they're going to be right up on the side of the screen right away. You're going to see that when we get started right here in race number 1. We're going to go race to race to race, and then when we're done, we'll recap all of our picks real quickly. No more hot dog pick 4s, no more prime rib pick 4s, just whatever bets we feel make the most sense at the card for the day. Again, trying to add more value. Let us know what you think in the comments section. All right, Terry, are you ready to get started with race number 1 at the fairgrounds?
I am.
All right, let me do something here real quick because I forgot to do one thing before we get started from yesterday's show. And there we go. Race number 1 at the fairgrounds, Terry, is of course, I'm totally ill-prepared as we try something new. This is a 5.5 furlong race. It is the Louisiana Champions Day Ladies Starter Stakes. The purse is for $50,000. And at 5.5 furlongs at the fairgrounds track, we find that early speed, particularly on the inside and the outside, so barbell, so the rail and 8 and out, particularly 8 and out, gets a significant bias. Terry, we look real quickly at our way to the winner's circle worksheet. As soon as I open it up, we will see that eventually we'll see something here. The E-horses are horses that want to be on the lead to go wire to wire. EPs can go wire to wire or be within 2 lengths of the leader at the quarter-mile marker. The P horses don't go wire to wire pressure, but they tend to be within 2 lengths of the leader at the quarter-mile marker. Quarter-mile marker or back for the PC types. But sometimes these horses have the most versatility. So they can be up front. They're all over the track, really. And then finally, see, these ones are always closers. No scratches in this race. We do find that the 2 and the 7 are the most likely to get out of the gates when they open. And then we'll see that the 3 horse has the most late pace to boot. Terry, this is what we're going to do here going forward for races. We're going to go race by race. So I have the program number here, the horses, the odds. The simulated odds are 1,000 races using the most recent 10 races and their speed figures. It's just speed figure based alone. This tells you what the odds should be based upon how many races they won under that scenario. And here it is, again, using our simulator, 1,000 races, the percentage of the horse that will be on the lead at the quarter-mile marker. So that explains what you're looking at on the screen there. All right, Terry, now you're going to give us 3 picks and then a price.
All right. Well, I like in that first race, I like the number 5 horse, Zico Music. She ran second in her last race and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then number 3, Galaxy 36, won her last race at Fairgrounds. Her best dirt speed's fastest among these starters. Number 2, Our Perfect Princess. You know, she finished 3rd in her last race. She has a trainer who wins 40% of the time in the second race after claiming a horse, which is pretty darn good. And then my long shot pick is the number 7, Puzzling Priority. She finished in the money 72% of her starts at today's distance. So she loves this distance.
All right. So I'm going to go with number 5, too, as my top choice here. Zydeco Music, missed by just a head as the beaten favorite last time out. Had better fractions as well. Something I've been seeing in my notes. I like the 3 horse here, too, Terry. Galaxy 36. This horse has been dynamic at the fairgrounds. 13 races, 6 wins, 2 seconds, 3 thirds. And one that should be better in the second race off the bench with the most late punch in this race. Our Perfect Princess also gets my 3rd spot, Terry. Missed by a neck against the top pick last time out. Resume hints that the horse might have a major bump up in its performance here. And then my long shot's number 4. I can see this is going to slide the screen around. We don't necessarily want to do that. So I'm going to do this over here. This is just, we're learning on the fly, folks. So forgive us. So that won't happen again going forward. Well, I got to change the screens on the other one. But anyway, C Sassy Run does have a pair of runs at the fairgrounds with a win in a third. And last time out, the horse was considerably better late. Terry, one other thing we mentioned we're going to do is we're going to make some suggested wagers per race. So anything that you would consider betting in this spot?
Absolutely. I would bet $5 to win on the number 5. And then I want a dollar exacta with the 5 on top and the 2, 3, 7 running second.
All right. So what we're going to do, I know that we're going to put all of our picks and our wagers over at horseracingtoday.net. We'll come up with another way. They're also on the screen here, so we'll bring them up at the end of the show, all of our picks, so you can see them as well. For me, I'm going to do a $1 double here, Terry. 5 with all. I think that 5 horse is going to win this race, and then hopefully I could catch a price on the back end. That ticket is $8. 5 all for me to get the card started in race number 1. Race 2, Terry, we'll bring up our information for race 2 once again. Let me just make a couple adjustments to the screen real quick so that we don't go jumping all over the place again. All right, so race number 2, real fast, Terry, is another stakes race. This one, this is the non-stakes race on the card. This is a maiden special weight for $50,000. You don't see any odds or anything across the line there because a lot of these horses haven't run before, so we can't really tell you what they're going to do in race number 2. But we can tell you that at 6 furlongs, the kind of horse that you're looking for typically has early speed, typically runs from the inside. Again, Terry, no way to the winner's worksheet because we don't know what horses are going to do here. So what do you think they're going to do?
All right. Well, let me tell you that I think in this race that number 4 horse, Z Rescuation.
Z Resurrection.
Yeah, I'm getting old. Anyway, he ran second versus similar in his last start, or his only start at Fairgrounds. And then number 5, Veterans Day, has a dam who has 3 winners from 3 starters and a jockey who's won 6 races out of his last 17 starts. Then number 1, Slick and Fast, his dam has 3 winners and from 4 starters. He has a good 5 furlong workout on December 3rd. Then I like this long shot, number 9, Thomas Davis. He's got a dam who's got 1 winner from 2 starters, and one of those was a stake starter. And the trainer wins 50% of the races in debut maiden special weight.
Okay, in race number 4, race number 4. In race number 2, I also like the 4 horse Terry in here. That's Z Resurrection. The reason I like this 4 horse is showed plenty of early speed in its debut, and this one could be better in its second career start. Number 3, Righteous Freedom, had some early speed in the debut and gets Lasix. I love early speed with Lasix. Great combination, folks. Pay attention to that when you're doing your handicapping. Number 5, Veterans Day. I like that October 15th workout. 3 furlongs in 36.2 seconds. That's fast. And then finally, in race, the last pick for me is the 9 horse 2. Thomas Davis. It's another first-time starter with OK Works. It's a $100,000 horse. Terry, now with this wide open maiden race, how would you bet it or would you pass? What are you going to do?
I'm going to pass on this one. It was hard for me to decide just how to go.
I'm going to do a trifecta here because I think you have a chance to catch some prices here. So I'm going to do 50-cent trifecta with the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 9 in the first to come in first. 3, 4, 5 as the second choices. And then to close it out, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. So that works out to be $6. 3, 4, 5, 9 with the 3, 4, 5 with the 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. And again, we'll put all of our suggested wagers over at horseracingtoday.net. We'll put them up right after the show is over, and we'll put them up on the screen in just a minute when we're done as a recap. Race number 3, Terry, is another – hold on a second. I got to do something else before we go over here to race number 3. Let me put that up on the screen so that we know where we are. All right, race number 3 is another Louisiana Championship Day Stakes race for $100,000. This one is the Juvenile Stakes. These are all 2-year-olds. And in race number 3, again, on our screen, you can see these are the morning line odds. These are the odds according to a 1,000 race simulation using the speed figures that these horses have put together. And here you have the percent chance that they'll be on the lead at the quarter-mile marker. So it looks like the 3-horse is likely to be the fastest once the gates open. Our way to the winner's circle kind of agrees with that. It says that the 3-horse is indeed one of the fastest horses in there. It and the 6-horse. Then you have the 5-horse having the most late pace. Pretty interesting shape because a lot of these horses, 4 of the 7, going to be forwardly placed. So they got to be careful with how fast they run. When they're done running, Terry, how are they going to line up?
Well, I like that number 6 horse, Not on Herb. He's undefeated in 2 career starts and has a good trainer and jockey. And then number 2, Calico, he ran second versus in his last race and has a high percentage winning jockey. Then number 5, Tumbarumba. I like that name. Won his last race at Churchill Downs.
Isn't that like a Winnie the Pooh character?
It is, yeah, I think so. Anyway, he has the best start speed among today's starters. And then I like number 3 as my long shot, Half Full. He won his debut race at Delaware Park, and he has a good jockey.
All right, so in this spot for me, I'm going to go ahead in race number 3 and start off with the 6-horse too, Not on Herb. Undefeated in 2 races, including 1 at this level on the last, with faster fractions and a maintenance workout in between. Number 7 gets my second call here in race number 3. Late September was the favorite last time out. Got beat, but trainer Jose Camejo rebounds at 31%. It's an alpha angle for Mr. Camejo. Got to be careful with that one. Number 5, Tumbarumba, whatever, was much faster early in the last, getting the maiden win. Has a trio of workout sense. And then I'm going to close it out with number 2, Calico, lone PC horse that can improve in the second start off a break. And that was a 2-month time in the barn. Is there anything that you like here, Terry, in race number 3?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to bet $4 to win on that number 6. And then I'm going to take a $1 exacta box with the 2, 5, and 6.
So what is that again? One more time, repeat it.
$4 to win on number 6. And then a $1 exacta box with the 2, 5, 6.
And so for me in race number 3, I'm going to do a trifecta again, a 50-cent trifecta, 5, 6, and 7 with 6, 7 in the second spot. I think those are your 2 best horses in the race with the 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. So 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, another $6 ticket. Now we'll move on, Terry, to race number 4. Race number 4 is 6 furlongs, the Louisiana Championship Day Lassie Stakes. Again, 6 furlongs at the track does favor horses that have some inside speed, particularly inside out speed in race number 4. That's where we are now, right? Race number 4, Terry. I want to make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah. Race number 4, we do see this is a pretty squared up race, pretty evenly balanced. Not a lot of horses on the front. Pretty fair share in the middle. Our first crack at a left arrow horse with this 2-horse. Typically it wants to close, but its typical or normal early pace should give it a nice advantage at the half-mile marker. And along with that half-mile marker lead has the most late pace. You can't pass what you can't catch, Terry. The 2-horse, make your picks.
Yeah, let me see here. I liked, the 2. That's my top pick, actually. Nora G. She won her maiden race at the fairgrounds. Has a trainer who's won 3 out of 5 starts at this track. And then number 4, Free Drop Maddie, finished in the money in 5 of her career races, in all 5 of them. And she's won 3 of those races. And then number 3, Louisiana Liberty. She is very competitive, finishing the money in all 3 of her career races. And she won her last race at Delaware Park. And then I like this long shot, number 5, Don't Call Me Patsy. She finished 3rd in her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey.
I also like number 2. Nora G is my left arrow horse in there, Terry. Won that debut, did so with a very strong 4 furlong edge and has the top late pace in the field. I know it's only 1 race, but we'll see what happens. Next up, number 4, Free Drop Maddie. 3 consecutive speed figure increases, ended last time out. The top last race speed figure. This horse has been in the money in the majority of its races. So it's been one that's been very competitive. Number 5 is my third choice in here. Don't Call Me Patsy. This horse could be a nice price as well. I'm expecting more in the second race after a layoff. So the horse has a maintenance workout in between. And then closing it out with number 1, that is Tensis Candy. Been extremely competitive at this level. Just 3/4 of a length away from winning 2 in a row. In race number 4, Terry, do you have any picks in here?
Yeah, I do. I like to bet an exacta box, a $1 exacta box, and I'm going to box the 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's a $12 play. I don't have enough budget, but if I did, I'd be playing some money on that number 5, my long shot. I like that horse quite a bit.
You like the 5 quite a bit. All right. So for me in this race, I'm going to do a $5 pick 3, Terry. I'm going to go 2 with 5 with all. So 2, 5, all. That's $20. So if I get through these first 2 legs, hope to catch a nice price in the back end for race number 4. Race 5 is the next one that's on our docket, Terry. And for us in race number 5, we're looking at another 6 furlong race. This was, again, let me just get this corrected here so I have everything right on the screen. Race 5, save. Still have too many things in from yesterday. So in race number 5, Terry, at 6 furlongs again, you want inside out speed. Our way to the winner's circle for race number 5. This is a very shortened race for sure. The 4 horse is out. The 3 horse is out. The 2 and the 5 benefit from that, but mostly the 5 because it does have the most early speed of the horses that remain. Also has the most late pace, has a plus early pace, late pace advantage. It's going to be very difficult to catch and pass that 5 horse, I think, Terry. What do you say?
I really agree with you. That 5 is my top pick. Overcharged. She's won 6 out of 7 career races, including the last 4 in a row. And then I like the 1 horse, Free Like a Girl. She has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and the rail post is winning at a 23% clip. You know, number 6, Spirited Beauty, finished in the money in 7 out of her last 8 races, and she won 3 of those starts. And then I like the long shot, number 2, Snowball. She has finished in the money in the last 7 races.
Good record there. And for me in race 5, I like the 5 horse as well. This very short field. I think it's going to get to the front. 3 for 3 at Fairgrounds, 4 for 4 at the distance. Overall, 7 times out, 6 wins in a second. Going to be on the front, and I think very difficult to catch. Number 1, Free Like a Girl. This horse does have many ways to win. Can win from the front, the middle, the back, it looks like. Today gets that 21% winning rail. Number 6, Spirited Beauty. Doesn't look like it on paper, but that last race was better than it looks. This is the 3rd start after a layoff, and the only other time the horse has been in a 3-race cycle, it won that one by 7 1/4 lengths. And then finally, there's only 1 horse left. That's the number 2 horse, so it's got to go here, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Has no choice but to go there. All right, race number 6. 6 is a big one, Terry. We got a 11-horse field. Again, looking at the morning line odds, you see them here. You see
Let me get you my bet first.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Terry. I forgot about that. My bad.
Yeah, I like. I'm going to bet a $5 exact. I'm going to take the 5 on top with 1, 2, and 6 running second.
$5 exacta, 5, 1, 2, and 6.
Yep.
So keying the 5 horse.
Yep.
All right. So now to race number 6. I apologize, Terry. It's all new for us here with the suggested wager, so I just forgot.
That's all right.
You have over here again the morning line odds, and then these are simulated odds based upon 1,000 races. And these are the horses based upon 1,000 races that are likely to get to the lead. So it looks like the 4, the 5, and the 10 are the most likely to get to the front. Again, 6 furlong race, if I remember correctly, Terry, for race number 6. Just want to make 100% sure that's what we're looking at here. No, this is 5.5 furlongs. This is the $150,000 or $50,000 Louisiana Championship Day Starter Stakes. 5.5 furlongs once again. Favors inside barbell horses or speed, barbell, inside and outside. So the rail or a and out. Too many things on my mind today, Terry, to get things going right. All right. So we'll have it better on Monday, folks, when we do parks. But race number 6, again, we see some scratches. The 4 is out. The 9 is out. You don't have a whole lot of speed now with that 4 horse out. Just 3 of them up front here, and then 2 of them up front, and then most everybody else wants to pressure or close. So that could give this 5 horse, the one that looks like it has the most early juice, a little bit of an early race advantage, Terry. You think that'll be something it can capitalize on?
Well, it may be, although it's my second pick. The number 2 horse, Kryptonic, he won 2 races in a row at Fairgrounds and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. So he's my first pick. And then number 5, Mr. Production, he's finished in the money in his last 5 races. He won one of the starts. And then number 3, Alterana. She won her his last race, or he won his last race at Delaware, and the distance is in his wheelhouse. And then number 8 is my long shot, Dixie Street. He has finished in the money in the last 6 races, and he won 2 of those, has 2 bullet workouts in a row. And so there you go.
All right. Let's see if I can get my head together here now. I like the 2 horse to Kryptonic, Lone P horse with the top late pace in the field. Slightly better in race 2 after a short break is what I'm expecting here. The 5 horse, Mr. Production, was the other to tie for the top last race speed figure. And that was after 3 consecutive increases in a row. This guy, if he's got the lead late, gets a ton of courage. So if he can take advantage of that lone early speed up front stuff, we'll be doing some damage late. Number 3, just like you, Alterana. Big fan of the distance. It's done it 20 times, won 11 of them, came in second twice. It's run at any other distance 19 times and only won 2 times. So clearly likes to run short sprints. Number 8, Dixie Street. Final choice as well, Terry. Was a tough call for me over that 9 horse, but when you look at their fairground records, the 8 horse, 9 times out, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 2/3. The 6 horse, the 9 horse scratching this, so it doesn't really matter. So that's why I chose the 8 over the 9.
All
right, Terry. I don't have any plays for me in race number 6.
I do. I like
$1. Maybe I do. Hold on. 6, 7. Oh, I do actually have a play here. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I like it a $1 exacta box with the 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then I like a 50-cent trifecta box with the 2, 3, 5, and 8. And if I had a little extra money, or if you do out there in our public, I like the long shot in here. I'd win and place on this long shot. So,
well, I'm going to close out the rest of my picks here, Terry, with a pick 4. I'm going to do a 50-cent pick 4 in this race with the 2, the 3, the 5, the 6, and the 8. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 with the 3, 8 in the next leg. So race number 7. Race number 8, the 3, 7. And then closing out in race number 9 with the 3, the 6, the 10, 11, 12 again. 50-cent pick 4, starting in race 6 with the 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Race number 7, the 3 and the 8. Race number 8, the 3 and the 7. And closing it out with 3, 6, 10, 11, 12. That is a $50 pick 3. And quite frankly, that wraps up my pick 4. So that wraps up my picks for the day, Terry, because that's my entire budget. So I do have some action in every race, but some of it's going to depend on me getting from race to race, right?
Yep.
All right. So now race number 7, we're looking at a mile and a 16th for the Louisiana Championship Day. Ladies distaff, the profile of a mile and a 16th winner at the New Orleans track is tactical speed. The rail gets a penalty. Anything else out is pretty fair. Again, our simulated odds, you see, looks like the 3 horse Winning Romance looks like should be a heavy favorite here. The 4 horse Cheapskate Diva looks like it's got a 55% chance to be on the lead at the opening quarter mile. And then our way to the winner's circle in race number 7. There aren't any scratches, but we do see here that the 2 and the 4, according to more recent early pace biases, should be the ones that do press for the lead. The 3 horse might not be all that far behind, and it has a plus 9-point advantage with that late pace. And if you combine early pace and late pace together, it has a plus 9 advantage there. So this one should be very difficult to beat, or at least be very competitive. You got it in your picks, Terry?
Absolutely do. A matter of fact, this is my best bet of the day. Number 3, Winning Romance. She's won 2 of her last 4 races and increasing her speed and each speed rating each race. And then number 6, AG's Charlotte, closed to win her last race at the fairgrounds, earning the highest last speed rating. Number 8, Fort Polk. She finished third in her last race. Her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And then my long shot is number 4, Cheapskate Diva. She has won 4 out of the last 5 races and has several good workouts. And since you don't have any other bets, I'm going to tell you what my bets are for this race. I like the number 3. I'm betting $25 to win. And then on the number 3. And then I'm playing a 50 cents pick 3. In the 7th race, I like the 3. In the 8th race, the 3, 4, 5, 7. And the 9th race, the 1, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. Do you have any budget left, or are you done with that?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So neither one of us has any budget left. I'm going to go with the 3 horse here. Winning Romance does have that big late pace combination, early pace, late pace combo edge over the rest. Did run faster fractions last time out at 1 mile and 70 yards versus 7 furlongs the previous start, and has a maintenance workout between races. The 8 horse is my second choice here for Fort Polk. Better in the first half mile with its pace numbers last race out. It also has some decent workouts between starts. Number 6, AG's Charlotte ran the top last race. Speed figure should also be coming at the end, much like the 3 horse. It did have a big pop in its speed figure last time out. So wouldn't be surprised to see a little regression here. And then finally, number 5, She's Gone to Wild. Very consistent performer, making the 3rd start after a layoff. And the 3rd race in the only other previous 3-race cycle was the best of the bunch as well. I'm all out of money, so I don't have any bets, but I'll be certainly hoping that the 3 or the 8 come home here first in my pick 4 that I started in race number 6. Off to race number 8, Terry, which is 1 mile and an 1/8 on the main track. If we look at 1 mile and an 1/8 on the main track, so far what we find for this Louisiana Championship Day Classic Stakes in race number 8, what we find for the profile of a winner is stalkers do best, particularly those who wear a 2 or a 3. 4 and out is a little bit under par, and we find that the rail does get a penalty. Our way to the winner's circle worksheet for race number 8. And there's only one scratch here. The 8 horse got knocked out. These horses are very versatile back here. They're all pressure closers. The 1 and the 4 of the pressure closers look like they have the most early speed. This 3 horse is sitting out here by itself, Terry, as a potential lone E-horse. It get off to the front and run some decent fractions. Probably has a chance to take them wire to wire. Do you see it happening that way?
Well, I think that could happen, but I actually like the 7 on top of the 3 who took the money, because I think she's going to take the money today. She has won 3 races in a row, the last at the fairgrounds with Deshaun Parker in the irons, and Deshaun returns to ride her again. And then I like number 3, the one you've been talking about, Touch Upon a Star. She has won 3 out of 5 career races. She's won each one easily. And then I like number 5 horse. She finished 3rd in her last race. Trainer jockey combination in the last 14 days has won 3 out of 9 starts. Long shot pick is number 4, Highland Creek. Finished 3rd in the last race and has a high percentage winning jockey or trainer.
Charles Toon chimes in here. You ever seen the movie, The Muppet Movie?
Yeah.
You got those 2 little guys, the 2 old men up in the top.
Yeah, up in
that's Charles, balcony. Right? He's one of them Muppets up there. Right now, he's red and steam is coming out of his ears. But he says in race number 7, 50 to win on the 3 and $25 ice cold exacta 3 and 8.
Yeah, well, he likes my 3 then. That's for sure.
I think he's looking at my picks again because I have the 3 and the 8, and that just proves he's in my computer. All right, so unquestionably for me in race number 8, I'm going to go with the 3 horse in here as well, Terry. Touch Upon a Star could be the lone E-horse in a race full of pressure closer types. So I think get off to a good lead, decent fractions, and you can see here from the worksheet, it's got a pretty good shot. 27%, 28% of the time, it should be the horse on the lead. Number 7 is my second choice in here. Who Took the Money? This horse has run at fairgrounds 5 times, 4 wins in a 1/3. You can't complain with that. Similar fractions last out at 1 mile and 70 yards versus 7 furlongs. These are morning line 4 to 5, I think, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm trying to beat him. Number 5, Behemoth Star at Fairgrounds. Another one that likes to track 5 times, 3 wins, 2 seconds. Did show better pace numbers from the beginning to the middle of the end in that last race. And that was the first race after 3 months in the barn. So if it picks it up here today, could be a very threatening horse. Finally, number 6. This one is Balling on a Budget. Okay, I get it. This one comes in from Churchill Downs after winning by 7.5 lengths. It's first off the claim for trainer Brad Cox, who wins at 27%, which is about in line with what Mr. Cox likes to do. No bets for me. Both of us are out of our budget, but I'm certainly hoping that the 3 or 7 comes home as the winner in my pick 4 that started in race number 6. Final race on the card today, Terry, for us at Fairgrounds is race number 9. Race number 9 is 6 furlongs, the Louisiana Championship Day Sprints. Again, at 6 furlongs. The sort of horse that finds the winner's circle usually has speed, usually is positioned to the outside. Man, we have a very deep field here, Terry. A lot of horses are scratched. We'll get to that in a second. But again, these are the morning line odds on this column. This column here shows simulated odds based upon 1,000 races using their speed figures alone. And then here we have, according to their early pace, who's likely to be on the lead. You can see here that could be the 12 horse. I think the 15 is out, the 12 or the 7. So those two should have a pretty good go at it at the when the gates open. Our last way to the winner's circle worksheet, we see that this race is, I think, really impacted by the scratches. The 7, the 14, the 15, and the 2. If you notice, all of these horses were speed horses. So that should accentuate the advantages that the 5 and the 12 happen when they first start kicking dirt. Terry, all right, when they're done kicking dirt, who's the winner?
Well, I'll tell you, I think this is the most wide open race of the total day, of the whole day. And I agree with you.
15 horses, I think that's pretty, it's not surprising.
And I agree with you that a lot of the scratches change things, but I absolutely like number 11, Brian's Iron Mike. Well, my son's name's Brian, so that's part of why. Mm-hmm. He won his last race at the Fairgrounds and beat most of today's entries. He can repeat today. And then number 12, Birdie's Galaxy, won 4 out of the last 8 races and has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 6, Win Ya Win, Win Ya Win. He is returning to the Fairgrounds where he has finished in the money in 10 out of 11 races, so he likes this place. And then my long shot is number 10, Creo Charlie. He has finished in the money in 10 out of 11 starts, and he's won 4 of those starts.
To close out the Fairgrounds card for me on a day where I was a little bit confused putting things together, Terry, I like the 11 horse as my top pick too. Brian's Iron Mike in the money. Career 8 times out, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 2/3 on a fast truck. That's what we're going to see in New Orleans today. Third race off the break, like today, was he's only done the 3-race cycle once before. It was the best of the bunch by a pretty good margin. Number 12, Birdie's Galaxy, benefits from all of that other speed scratching. Was the favorite last time out for trainer Ron Fauché. Did manage to lose that race, but does bounce back Mr. Fauché at a nice 29% versus the 23% overall win rate. So that is an alpha angle for Mr. Fauché. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the way I'm going to do it today. Number 10, Creole Charlie at the Fairgrounds, 11 times. Finished in the money 10 of those times, 4 wins, 2 seconds, and 4/3. All at 6 furlongs. Another one that's going to benefit from all of these horses scratching out. And then we're going to close it out with the big chopper. It is not a chopper, or get in the chopper. What was it that he said?
He said,
get in the chopper.
Yeah, he says, get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. All right, that's our Schwarzenegger for the day.
Yeah.
Big chopper. Better fractions through the first half mile last time out at 1 mile and 70 yards versus 7 furlongs. So a horse that looks like it's on the improve to me. Again, no wagers here, but I do have the 3, the 6, the 10, the 11, and the 12 to close out my pick 4 that started in race number 6. Here are our full card picks for the day, Terry. Let's go ahead and bring these up. I'll shorten it up a little bit so that you can see them all. So here are all of our picks that we went through from races 1 through 9. Take a look at that, Terry. And then our bets, as we mentioned, we have all of our bets here. We'll have to change this screen a little bit. Terry's bets are over here in race number 1. race number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My bets are all in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Again, we'll put our bets along with our picks and our thoughts, everything over at horseracingtoday.net. Terry, any thoughts about how this went today? I felt it kind of was a little herky-jerky.
Well, I thought it was smooth for the first time. I thought it wasn't too bad at all. I mean, we did it in a lot better time than we've done some of the others in the past. So I thought it was, and I liked it. I really enjoyed doing it this way.
All right. So if you enjoy horse racing, one of the things you can do a little bit later on, if you're going to bet today at Los Alamitos, the Thoroughbreds. Wow, good track today for free over at horseracingtoday.net. The best way to get there is in the link in the description down below. Make sure you click on that. Another thing that you might consider doing is going over to the Picks with the Professor today, because he's going to have your college basketball covered starting Friday, this upcoming Friday. So a little bit less than a week. All the college bowls are going to kick off. It's going to take you right on through the middle of January now, even I think all the way out to February. I don't know, for that BC championship game. But you're going to want to see the professor's thoughts. Professor Sides is an actual statistics teacher, so professor for that matter. He knows what he's doing with the numbers. Check him out. And if you want to support the show, please head on over to horseracingtoday.net. Just a little bit, you'll find my picks, Terry's picks, our thoughts, all of our wagers at horseracingtoday.net. While you're there, kindly click on that HRT gear link right there. Hook yourself up with a beautiful t-shirt. I got this version in a shirt, and it looks fantastic, Terry. I have to say it. It's my favorite shirt. So
wow,
and I got the Horse Racing Today football stuff.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you liked what you've seen here, please subscribe to YouTube if you haven't done that. Follow us on Twitter, also TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook.
And YouTube as well. If you hit us up with
That's
the thumbs
right.
up there, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about us. Terry and I will be back on Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern, to do parks. Tuesday, we'll do parks as well. Same format going forward, the $100 challenge, where we have a $100 budget. We're going to take it to the track, and we're going to put that to work. And then, of course, we'll have our top 4 picks. Wednesday, I'll be back with Charles. I think we're going to switch to Gulfstream from Tampa starting on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll continue to do Aqueduct. On Friday, Tom and I think we're going to do Eagle Ridge, which I think is in Australia for Foreign Friday. Saturday, I don't know what Charles and I are going to do yet for next Saturday. And I do know that Julie will join Sean as our new host on Horse Center on Monday night at 8 p.m. You're going to want to check that out. She's got a lot of personality, very, very in tune with the business. She's a horsewoman, been in the business for a long time. She was telling me yesterday, I think she has like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 horses on her farm at her house. So she takes horses that she races, horses for aftercare. And she says she's got a little, like a little pony that like tells all the big horses what to do.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. But she'll tell you a little bit more about herself on Monday. She's definitely going to bring, I think, a lot to horse racing today. All right, Terry, that wraps it up for this Saturday. Any final thoughts, my friend?
Yeah. Let us know how you like the way we've changed the show. Give us some comments, please. And so we know that we're doing the thing that our public wants to hear and the way they want to see it. So, and have a great day. Hope you do really well in everything you do in life.
Indeed. No matter what you're doing today, college basketball, sitting around, honey-do stuff, things that you've been meaning to do forever that you haven't done. I know I've got a list of those things for sure. Betting at the fairgrounds or any other track, whatever it is that you do, we hope it ends up in one place. And that can only be, Terry,
the winner's circle.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing you again on Monday.